I'm Conan Tobias, and I'm discussing Canadian comics and identity with the cartoonist, illustrator, author Chester Brown. Hi, Chester.
Hey, Conan.
Do you remember when you first discovered comics, and was there a time when you realized that some of those comics were Canadian-made?
Maybe in my teenage years when I became interested in more sorts of other sorts of comic books, specifically the underground comic books. And then in my late teen years, I would have been aware of Cerebus, Dave Sim publishing up in Kitchener.
In general, do you think comics have played any sort of role in shaping or creating Canadian identity in any way at all?
Anything that makes you aware of your identity. Like obviously a comic book like Captain Canuck, it makes you think. I don't live in the US, I'm living here. Maybe I should be more interested in what makes me different from the people who live down there, or people from other countries.
So your book, I Never Liked You, is featured in the Alter Ego exhibit, and it's an autobiographical story you did about being introverted as a youth. Why did you feel that the comics were a good form to tell that kind of personal story? And do you think that comics in general are a good way to tell autobiographical tales?
I think so. It's probably better than, say, film or whatever, or media that's more collaborative, because comic books can be created totally by one creator. It can be the vision of that one creator, and so telling your personal story, you're not going through the filter of other people. And
do you feel that Toronto has a distinctiveness about it in terms of its comics community? And how have you seen that change in your 30 plus years now working in it?
I think it might be because we have we had lots of comic shops here, and we have one that's really good. And I think the fact that the Big Island is here and it's made good comics, it's created a culture around itself of interest in good comics, and that has inspired people who live here, people who might not have considered comics otherwise, to think, hey, this is a viable medium for artistic expression, and maybe I should consider doing comics as a way of expressing my artistic side, my creative side. So that's the only explanation I can think of. But yeah, it's a terrific place for the medium.
Thanks, Chester.
Thank you so much, Conan.